When you want only the best for your pet, check out AbbybellPetDesigns.com. We offer quality products such as floppy beds, crate pads, round pet beds, pillow slip covers, belly bands, and more. All products come in a variety of colors and sizes, guaranteed to satisfy your pet's particular style. Your pet deserves to be pampered, so shop at AbbybellPetDesigns.com. If you don't see the item you want listed in our shop, just drop us a line and we'll be glad to make the product of your pet's dreams. AbbybellPetDesigns.com. Good morning, everyone. How are you? How's everybody on this Tuesday? Hey, Bob, good to see you. Hey, Donna, David. How is everybody? Jerry, good to see you. Wayne, hello. Alan, Judy. Boy, the notifications must have worked today. Once 8-foot cozy. I know. Tell me about it. Don't we all, Don? Whoops. Hey, Lynn. Good to see you. All right. As you're coming in, I'm going to read really quickly here. This is from Galatians, and it's Galatians 6. Let him who is taught the word share in all good things with him who teaches. Do not be deceived. God is not mocked, for whatever a man sows, that he will also reap. For he sows to his flesh, will of the flesh reap corruption, but he who sows to the Spirit, will of the Spirit reap everlasting life. And let us not grow weary while doing good, for in due season we shall reap if we do not lose heart. Therefore, as we have opportunity, let us do good to all, especially to those who are of the household of faith. Amen. Hey, Steve, how are you? Don, two Dons on. How are you? Good to see everybody. Okay. Water bill. Oh, no, $230, Wayne. You're lucky that's probably all that it was. Good morning, Lynn. Hey, Robin, good morning. How is everybody? We have a lot of news to talk about today. Where do you want to start? I don't have an update for you on VOP. Hey, Chicago Pops, haven't seen you in a while. Hope you're doing well. The only thing I know is that, we have three Dons. I have 2 in Facebook and 1 in YouTube, Don. Hey, Alan. Good morning. I don't have an update for you on VOP. I do know that they were coming in to bring cadaver dogs, trying to book a hotel near in Charlotte to see Jordan Peterson. Cool. Feeling better. Good. Glad you're on the mend. I watched hey Gary, I watched a video of a woman yesterday talking about the possible child sex trafficking that's going on in Tucson. I don't know if the woman was mentally sane in certain ways, but the video was just over the top weird. She was kind of trying to, hey Carmen, trying to blame Kelly Ward in some way for knowing about the child sex trafficking. I mean, it was kind of a bizarre video. I was going to post it on my Twitter timeline, and I thought no, because I don't know this woman. Apparently, she's pretty popular. People know about her. Is that true, Susan? No shower in laundry same day. Oh. Jerry, what they want to do is they want to make it where you can only use 55 gallons of water a day per person. And what they'll do is they'll fine you after that. I think it passed the Senate. It hasn't passed and become law yet. But that's what they want to do. And from what I understand, they want to continue to lower that amount to about, hey, Junior, 50-some%. I couldn't type in here. You couldn't see me. Yeah, I couldn't see you typing, but I can now. So, Jerry Brown is nuts. That's the problem. You have a mixture of real, not real, more people involved. I know you have to be careful, like who's talking about it. Hey, Cully, wow, more police state. Jerry, it never gets better. And the problem is, today is primary day in California. And hey, Danielle, Jules, good to see you. And again, we have the issue of where Californians, Republicans, are going to go to the polls. Most likely, what they're going to do is they're going to split the vote on the two Republicans that are running for governor, and therefore basically assure the Democrats a win in November. Hey, Bob, because they won't, there won't be any Republicans on the ballot, and if that should happen, do you come in through Twitter? No, I do not, Carmen. I used to do that, and that didn't work very well. Everyone vote Republican today. Yep. Yeah, vote President Trump once again endorsed John Cox. And once again, hey, Dawn, good morning. I see Republicans who say, I want Travis Allen, and I don't care. I'm going to vote for Travis Allen. Hey, Amanda. Hey, Jennifer. Jennifer Lopez. Woohoo. J-Lo's in the house. And so what's going to happen is they're going to split the votes. And then what we're going to do is we're going to have Gavin Newsom will become the governor of California. He is more far left than Jerry Brown ever even dreamed of being. And so that's going to be a real detriment to the people of California. Again, I understand principles, and as we talked about yesterday, Alan may be a MAGA candidate, Danielle, but he's not endorsed by the president. Stupid people, I think the president has more info than we do. Look at the Roy Moore fiasco, Jerry said. Newsom is so left, he's off the chart. I know, Junior, he is so off the chart. Anyone who doesn't vote is voting liberal. Anyone who doesn't vote for John Cox today, just saying, is voting for Gavin Newsom. It's simple. I mean, it's called numbers. It's called math. You don't even have to look at politics. Just look at the math. Look at the numbers. So there you go. I'm going to cast my vote today. I'm going to do, what I do as an American. But I have seen so many Republicans that say, I don't like John Cox. I've heard some people say President Trump gave us a secret message because he didn't endorse John Cox until after we had the chance to vote by mail. Okay, that one makes no sense to me whatsoever. I think President Trump endorsed John Cox because that's who he knew had a possibility, a slim chance in hell of winning. I'm not from California, but I'm begging everyone that is to vote for Cox. Thank you. I know. Who are you voting for? California Senator? I didn't see anyone I recognize. I know. That's a problem, Junior. And I have my ballot downstairs. I looked at it yesterday. I have no idea. It's a Republican, but I can't remember who the even person's name was. See, Maxine had 10 people at a rally. Yeah. Probably the 10 people she's paying $100,000 a year or something. That's the thing of it in California, where we're voting for a senator that nobody even recognizes the names on. I mean, seriously. Dianne Feinstein, of course, is there. But I wouldn't vote for her for any reason in the world. But looking at the Republicans, nothing even was familiar at all. So I don't even know who those people are. I'm going to be voting Republican, but it was between two people. Doesn't matter. You can vote in California even if you're not from California. True, Alan, and even if you're illegal. Feinstein sounds like she's going to win. Probably, Junior, because, she's been around 1,000 years, and people just keep doing the same thing over and over. Hey, Lisa. Hey, Bob. Thanks for coming in. Looks like some people may be getting kicked out. This happens all the time. Hey, Mark. Good morning. Good to see you. Gavin will become governor. Trump will blame illegal voters. Well, Ibris, that might be very accurate to Trump for Trump to blame illegal voters. When you have more people registered in California to vote than there are people in California, tell me who those people are. Lynn, we do have term limits in California. A solid Republican needed to step up in the Senate race, and no one did. That's right. Hey, Ruthie, good morning. That's right, Junior, nobody did. Seriously. The last time we had, what's her face? Privet? Is that French? I don't know. Good morning, Lisa. Was Kamala Harris, and she won easily in California as a senator. So I don't know. Good morning from Linda and Patrick. Oh, hey, Patrick. Hey, Linda. Good to see you. Uh, oh, that means hi. Hello. The New Mexico, Patrick, sorry to hear about New Mexico and how blue New Mexico is and how much like California New Mexico is. That was really surprising. Josette, good morning, my lovely Sue. Kiss Gracie for me. Hope to see her one day. Thank you, Josette. You can find her on my Instagram. She's asleep right now. She kept everybody up all night. Unbelievable and sad. Yeah, Patrick, I mean, it's kind of like, when you move from California, I thought you were moving to like a better place, that you wouldn't have to deal with that. And obviously, it's the same thing there. Hey, Spencer, do you have knowledge of supposed winning candidates in California? Ruthie, all I know is that the president asked people, has endorsed, and has endorsed twice now, John Cox for governor. If you vote for Travis Allen, he's not anywhere in the running of the top candidates. A vote for Travis Allen appears at this point to be a vote for a Democrat for governor. Praying for California doesn't sound like this is going to turn out too well. I will continue to pray. It will take a miracle, Robin. What was Gracie doing all night? Danielle, I don't think she's feeling too well. She was kind of coughing a bit. I'm kind of afraid that she may be coming down maybe with kennel cough. So I'm going to be calling the vet today and probably taking her in to find out if she's okay. I know, I'm just worried about my other two dogs as well. Watching Louis Arthur's people expose to child sex trafficking lanes. I know, Spencer. President Trump was a miracle. Absolutely, Judy. And we need a miracle in California. I just don't know if California is important enough for a miracle to happen in. Kennel cough is very contagious. Yes, I know, Danielle. I know. And she's vaccinated for kennel cough. That's the real kicker. So, I don't know. We shall see. I gave her some honey today to lick honey, and that seemed to help her throat a little bit. Yeah, Ruthie. So, right now as it stands, Gavin Newsom is number 1, John Cox is number 2, and Villaraigosa is number 3, okay? Travis Allen is somewhere down here. And so, if they split the votes between Cox and Allen today, then you're going to get 0 Republican governor candidates for November. I don't know, Danielle. I will see, I guess. Sounds to me like kennel cough, but we'll see. Prayers for Gracie. Thank you, Robin. Prayers for Abby and Hope, too, that they don't get anything from her. But, it's kind of hard to do when you're in the house with the same dog, so we'll see. How's going to win? I hope Newsom doesn't get it. Well, again, the Republicans may be helping Gavin Newsom to get it. A vote for Travis will push Newsom up. Yeah, it'll just help Newsom. And thank you, Robin, for the prayers. Villaraigosa is honestly the lesser of the two evils against Newsom. Whew, but he is very pro-illegal immigrant. But, Newsom is too. Newsom is very much, he was for same-sex marriage. He is anti-gun. He's everything on the left. It's really messed up to not have a Republican and a Democrat. It is, Judy. And guess who made that way? The Democrats in power changed everything so it would be like that. So there you go. Newsom is bad. Newsom is worse than bad, Danielle. Bad is good when you're talking about Newsom. It will be the worst ever. Again, if you think that Jerry Brown's rules were bad and crazy and over the top, you ain't seen nothing yet. How about a human being? What about a human being? Yeah, pray, Jerry. That's about all that we can do. Democrats need to get out of Congress. Yeah, well, I wish, Bob, they need to get out of politics. But we'd still have the rhinos there now, wouldn't we? So why must we be on a side? Because product, I don't want my country to become a socialist country. That's why we need to pick a side. I would rather not have to pick a side, but you see, we have people in this country who want to change this country into something other than America. Gracie's not feeling well, yeah. There were lots of guys in orange shirts holding up signs to vote on particular measures, Ruthie said, okay. Remember how California wanted to break, sounds like a, yeah, I know, Junior, I want it broken into 3 states. Fake Republicans, yep. You change yourself. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll change myself into what? Not caring? I mean, I don't know what you're trying to say. I don't know if you're a troll just trying to, whatever. No, I'm not going to change myself into not caring. You see, I'm supposed to care. As a Christian, as a human being, I'm supposed to care what happens in my country. Glad you're a human product or production. I would think that if you're in here, you probably are human. Demo party has gone full-blown socialist, globalist agenda, and communists are in it too. That's right, Jerry. Gracie will get to love her sisters and start playing. Well, as soon as Gracie gets better, you have no control. Nobody said I had control, but I have to do my part. Yeah, I figured that, Cully. It's coming at 1, 2, 3. There we go. Okay, there we got rid of the human production. Good Lord. It's only Tuesday. Bye-bye. Have a nice day. Bye-bye. Hey, Mike, they must have been a bot. Yeah. Another bot. Good morning, Lori. So, we'll see what happens in California. Honestly, I'm not feeling good about the chances in California. I'm hoping I am wrong. I'm guessing they were picked up at a local Home Depot and hired to stand around by leftists. Oh, Ruthie, you know it. You know it. I know, Robin. Some people, huh? Unbelievable. You know they were, Ruthie. They've got all kinds of money to hire people. They could have been illegals, Ruthie. I mean, they really could have been. Holding signs, human, what do they call those people? Human, I forget what they call them. The people that hold the signs. Human something. Not human sign holders. They have an actual name, but I don't know what it is. I shop at Home Depot, not Lowe's. So that's good, I guess, Rob. Bob, you can go to both. The spinners, they're called human directionals. That's what they're called, human directionals. Sign peeps. Now, in California, they're called human directionals. And so, yeah, you can hire anybody. I don't think you have to. There should be laws in what you should do, but Republicans lose on socials, particularly in California. It's just true. Sorry to hear about Gracie. Bless her heart. Love her and prayers for Hope and Abby. Thank you. We'll be okay, Carmen said. Thank you, Carmen. I hope so. Yeah, unidirectional. Humanoids. Directional, I will vote opposite of the left. Ruthie, the thing of it is, what I always do, I'm voting for the Republican, regardless. If you look at the book for California, for the voting book, there's so many Democrats in there. The first thing I did, thank you, Danielle, for prayers for Gracie. The first thing I did is I went in there and I marked out all the Democrats, which gave me about 2 Republicans to vote for. Yep, Republican all the way, Ruthie said. Praying for all your doggies in California. Thank you, Amanda. We need it, all of us. Jerry, I know, it was really bad, Jerry. Everything in there was Democrat. Praying for you guys in California that God's got this and things will turn around. Josette, I would like to think so. And yes, God can still work miracles, but I don't know. This is, again, Trump better stop the witch hunt before Mueller finds criminal wrongdoing. He's not going to find criminal wrongdoing, Bob. He might make some up, but he's not going to find any. Kind of feels like Gracie belongs to all of us. I know, Carmen. maybe all of us can pay all the vet bills that I'm going to be incurring. My husband's probably not going to be too happy about this. Hey, Nick, good to see you. Trying to do the right thing, and I'm probably, who knows? I'm going to take it one step at a time. That's all I can do. But in California, as I talked about yesterday, the trend in California is changing from Republican to independent. So it's a definite sign that even the Republicans that are left over in California are going to basically be going to independent. California is turning California and not against Mexicans. My husband is part Mexican, red Republican. Yeah, Ruthie, I mean, especially like Los Angeles and San Francisco. I mean, those areas are very much blue, and they're very much pro-illegals. However, there's something new that's out saying about 50% of those people who are living in San Francisco are saying they're leaving, that they can't live there anymore, that they're tired of, high rent, feces everywhere, incredible amounts of homelessness. Even the people, even the Democrats that created the problem in San Francisco now want out. That tells you how bad it is getting. I mean, when you've got the Democrats wanting to leave, I hope Cox picks up the independent voters in November against Newsom. Junior, if we don't get Cox in today, he will not be on the November ballot. Whoever wins, the top two people today that win, those are the driving. I'll be home in a minute. Okay, Chezzy. The top two people that win today will be on the November ballot. So if you have two Democrats winning today, those are the two that are going to be on the ballot. There will be 0 Republicans. And I don't, honestly, I don't think that's fair in any way, shape, or form. I don't understand what that means, and not going to read that off because I don't even get that. So anyway, no one could want to live in San Francisco. Good grief, pushing out conservatives. Yep, calling on prayer warriors to pray for the California primary. Thank you, Judy. Hey, Wendell, good to see you. The people who voted for this crap in California need to stay here and fix it rather than going to another state and ruining that state. Yeah, Nick, I totally agree. Robin said that stinks. It's not fair. I know, Robin, it's not fair. What they're doing is they're moving to Arizona, Nevada, and what they're going to do, they're going to go to those places and they're going to start a liberal streak in those places. That's what people do. The Dems are destroying California just like Barry Obama destroyed the country. Exactly. Restarted my phone, had a terrible connection. Better. Good, Lisa. They used to say, don't Californicate Oregon. And guess what they did? They Californicated Oregon because people from California moved, thank you, Cully. People from California moved up to Oregon and they basically turned it blue. Hey, Eric, good morning. So that's what's going to happen to these other states. California also, like Silicon Valley, went out into the Tri-Cities area of North Carolina and turned that blue. And then turned that into like a California on the East Coast is what they did. That's what they always do. They hate what they've produced, and so they leave to go someplace else, but they always turn that place into the place they just left. Yikes, many legal Mexican Americans are turning red, but they are quiet, not a great majority. Well, Ruthie, they're probably afraid to say anything because it's just like African Americans. If they talk about, being a Republican, they're given hell for it. Triangle, North Carolina is definitely blue, Brandon said. Arizona's fighting to stay red. Absolutely. Colorado turned blue. Blue is my favorite color, Jack said. Well, Jack, you're a crab. Maybe that's why. Hey, James, good to see you. Again, Californians, the Republicans, they don't understand, obviously, how the numbers work. And, people were saying, too, well, the polls can be wrong. The polls were wrong about Trump. Absolutely, the polls can be wrong. But they're trying hard to turn Texas blue. Yes, they are, Kim. But when you're talking about California, the polls are probably pretty accurate on that. Yeah, exactly, Danielle. Red is your color. Yep. Going on in New Hampshire as well. Yeah. People messing it up. Spencer said, yep. So, I mean, again, it's a numbers game. You have to, especially like in California, you have to play the numbers whether you want to play the numbers or not. Hey, Robert. Robert, trying to convince people to get out and vote for John Cox, who has been endorsed now once again by President Trump. Thanks for the flowers, Robert. If we don't get John Cox today, we will have Gavin Newsom as the governor. Yes, you're right about being bullied if you're a Mexican, black, or any color and pro-Trump in California. Absolutely, Ruth. It's bad enough if you're not a person of color and you're voting for Trump in California. But then if you're a minority and you vote for Trump in California, you better not tell anybody. God needs to intervene in California. Yes, he does, Jerry. Danielle in a big, big way. Jerry going down to Northeast Maryland to eat some soon, getting crab. Been telling clients to vote. Yeah, Robert, did you tell him to vote Republican, though? Yeah, there is no tolerance, Jerry, for people in California. Most people, if they're Republican in California, they just keep quiet about it. They really do. Few people are not voting. Yeah, I don't know that there's going to be a big turnout today, Robert. But there's so many candidates and so much stuff going on that there may be. And one of the things that California likes to do, they're working to move all the red states towards blue, even a very red state like here in Nebraska. That's right. Absolutely. What California also likes to do, they like to put these propositions on that you can vote on these propositions, and they'll tell you, oh, this is just a temporary tax. In California, nothing is temporary. Hey, Teresa, if you vote something in that they're going to tax you on, they'll not only tax you on that, they'll probably increase the taxes. It will never go away like they promise. And a lot of times what they like to do is take money from this pile over here and put it over here when they're not supposed to do that. They divest, whatever you want to call it, money. Prince, but how can a female even like a womanizer? Oh, please, get off. Find another place to troll. This isn't your scope. Propositions are important. Yeah, propositions are important, Robert, but the propositions that want to take money out of your pocket every time, I'm not voting for that. I'm not voting for giving California more money, more money, more money, more money. Do you know that right now, Robert, that California has money to fix the homeless problem, but they have taken that money, they used it for something else, and it's tied up in lawsuits right now. Lord, I pray that your hands influence the elections in California this day. In Jesus' name, amen. Thank you, Judy. California could fix the homeless problem, but they took the money, tried to use it for something else, and now it's in a lawsuit, and it's going to be a while before that money is released. I remember when they forced people to be more responsible with their water in California, then when the usage dropped off, they jacked up the price. That's right, Spencer. That's absolutely right. What they do in California, like, again, we have this water shortage, right? So then they said, okay, water shortage is over. So what does Jerry Brown want to do? Yes, exactly, Susan, like the damn speed train. I know, Robert, that nobody wanted. What they're doing in California now, again, they're saying, we want you to only have 55 gallons of water today, right, per person. I think it's supposed to start in 2022 if they get it passed, something like that. And then they want to even decrease it from there. Do you know what the average person in California, or in the world, or in the United States, do you know what the average gallons, how many gallons they drink? The homeless is a huge issue in San Diego. Yes, it is. And why is that, Ruthie? Because they allow them to stay on the streets. They also like to put misleading titles on the propositions, at least in Oregon. No, they do that in California. They do that. So it's like if you wanted to vote for it, you'd have to actually vote no in order to be voting for it. Florida votes against the bullet train would have raised taxes. Does anybody take a guess at how many gallons of water a person typically consumes every day? Robin said, I hate that you live in California. I wouldn't be able to stand it there. As beautiful as some places are, I just couldn't do it. Robin, I tell you, we're getting closer and closer to leaving California. If I knew where to go, if I knew where to go. Bob says, Don says 110 gallons. Robert says not much. Lisa says 110. I looked it up yesterday. Half your body weight in ounces. Yeah, but for gallons, that you're supposed to have about 32 ounces of water a day for yourself. That's going to stink after a while. Yep, consumes or uses. Is Utah a red state? I don't know. I think, isn't Utah a red state? Come to Oklahoma and be a teacher. No, thank you. I don't want to be a teacher. Depends on how large the lawn is and how much they dump on it. Well, Spencer, yeah, if you're Oprah Winfrey, even when we were having the whole water shortage, that didn't stop her from watering her lawns. Drink a whole gallon. Wow, 50 gallons. So apparently I use too much water in my block. Robert, people usually use about 80 to 100 gallons of water a day. So what they're trying to do in California is say, you can only have 55 gallons per day. If you go over that, they're saying, I saw something saying you could be penalized at like $1,000 a day for drinking more water than you're supposed to. And they're going to try to get each county to come up with their own thing. Come to Kentucky, it's low cost living and so much land. On top of that, a great governor. I know. I tell you, Robin, it's a little tempting. I have to add water to the pool all the time. Well, if you live in California, you're going to get rid of that pool. Something else, remember the same number I recalled long ago. It's so much BS. Robert, it is. What they want you to do, they want you, if you have a home, they want you to stop having a lawn, and they want you to put more things like rock and cactus and stuff like that in your yard so that you won't be able to water your yard. People with livestock would be in trouble then. Typically, Kim, they allow agriculture and businesses to be exempt. It's only the people. So let's just go and look at that. If you're really trying to conserve, if you're really trying to conserve water use and all that, then basically you would need to go after the businesses and the agriculture. Because what I do and other people like myself, it's not going to make that big of a difference. It really won't. It's not the individuals, they're not going to make the difference. The big water users and everything else is agriculture and the other businesses. I spent too much money and worked too hard for a desert landscape. I know, Robert. Tell me about it. Put in rocks with Democratic leaders' faces painted on them. Well, though, you'd get fined by the HOA if you did that, Jerry. You know, you couldn't do that. Couldn't do anything. Do you get to roll over the unused? Nope, I don't think so, Spencer. I want some grass at least. Yep. Are they going to make all the golf courses go turf? No, Lisa, probably not. They're, again, the businesses, it won't bother them. Yes, the state is going to fine people for overuse of water, and cities will fine people for not having green lawns. My town plans on fining people for not having green lawns. It's crazy. I mean, Nick is absolutely correct when he said that. I know the lawn is not much at all, and with the heat, Robert, it does take some water. We've turned off our water. I water maybe 2 times a week, maybe 3. And it's practically dead back there anyway. AstroTurf sales will go up, and AstroTurf, Jerry, I don't know if you've seen it a lot on the lawns. It looks awful. It really does. What people will do in California is they will go for little rocks and things like that. Yeah, bust out the green spray paint. Yep. What about well water usage? Not too many of those, Mike, in the city in California, But I mean, it's an absolute mess. It's nothing but Agenda 2030 agenda and Agenda 21. They want to tell you what to do, how to do it, when to do it. They want to control now your water. And I mean, that's a big deal. When you control the people's water, right? You're controlling the people. You can't live without water. The rationing won't apply to big DNC donors. Nope, it won't. It's okay. True Green will sell green spray paint. But Nick is right. What Nick said a while ago, like if you have an HOA in California, a lot of HOAs will require you to have a green lawn out front. And if you don't, they'll fine you for not having it. Glad I could catch part of this. Got to go get out and vote. Thank you. Thanks for coming in. AstroTurf is hot. Cali would make you paint it white. Yep. They still charge you for not using the water. That's right. I'll be right back, Susan. Okay, Junior. The trees will have to come out too. It will create heat islands everywhere. I know. And Nick, you know as well as I do, you're not going to be able to take those trees out in a lot of these homeowner associations. I don't water. I let my lawn go dormant. It looks very good in Ohio most of the year. You've got a wetter seasons than we do, Lisa. That's why it works. My neighbor's well is doing good after my pool leaking, I would imagine. Wayne, I would imagine. But in California, in the homeowner associations, if your tree, my next door neighbor has palm trees in his front yard. If the palms start looking bad and look like they're going to fall or they're looking old, you can get fined for not taking those palm trees, the dead ones, down. Blessing, Susan, all praying for you. Have a blessed day. Thank you, Amanda. Thank you, thank you. If everybody, would you please retweet this? We're way past the halfway point. I really would appreciate it. Robin said, I love grass. We live on a hill full of trees and everyone's yard is green. Of course, we get more rain here in the summer. Our backyard makes us feel like we live in the woods. I grew up with that in my backyard. There's a drought fee if the bill, no matter what. I know, Robert, it's crazy. Thank you for inviting people. Thank you for retweeting this, everybody. Yep, and the best politician can do is paint the streets white to offset for the heat. I know it's silly. About the palms, that sounds like Germany. That's how they do things. Yeah, it's socialist, right, Dawn, for the most part. Like a socialist ideology. So if you don't, here's the big kicker. In my neighborhood, if you on in your driveway, if you have you know how in your driveway you have like a little seam in the driveway or a crack or something like that, if weeds come up in there, then you'll get fined for that if you don't remove them. As long as no weeds are not too tall, we're good here with HOA. Yeah, Lisa said. So I mean, you got to have the grass and the weeds out of the cracks in your driveway. Okay. So I don't know who has time to do all of it. Apparently somebody does. The Navy taught me how to live on 20 gallons per day. That is all that is allowed. Wow. And Patrick, you guys in New Mexico can do that too, right? You can have a lot. That standard. Okay. Beastie buys, or is it boys? No, it's buys. Fox News now, key races in Cali could determine whether Dems take back the House. Yep. Los Angeles is spending $40,000 per mile to paint streets white. It's ridiculous, Nick. East Tennessee is low-cost living. Everything is green. The creeks are flowing. It's heaven. Does it snow there, Teresa? I have a friend who's moving to Tennessee. She's leaving California. Pulling weeds is cathartic. Yes. Yes, it is. If you can get your fingers down into the little holes. What I do is I use an edger. I do get them out, but I can't even get my little fingers down there. I do water my garden, though. Not today. It rained. Well, Lisa, I don't know. I mean, are you allowed to grow food? No grass or weeds in the driveway, but the homeless are okay. That's right. That's right, Judy. If we had a homeless person probably living on our front yard, then we would have to, we would be in trouble if we couldn't get them off the yard. And, of course, we couldn't ask them to leave because you're not allowed to kick them off for private property. I'm moving to North Dakota, hopefully at the end of the month. Well, Nick, maybe, there should be a lot of jobs maybe in North Dakota, too. So maybe that's a really good idea. Teresa never answered me about the snow in East Tennessee, Teresa, where you live. It is insane. Yeah. Weeds in the crack, homeless on weed and crack. There you go. Occasionally a couple of times in Southeast Tennessee, more in Northeast Tennessee. We need to talk, Teresa. Dawn, my parents have a farm. We all love going to the farm. You're right. No one gets bothered in the country. Live in the country. No one bothers you, Dawn said. Yeah, that's, if there was country to live in California, I mean, there are some places, but it's mostly deserty and not like on the East Coast. But I tell you, it's coming down to it where everything you do in California, I mean, literally is just getting worse and worse and worse. All right. Everybody still on with me on Periscope? If you're there, it looks like it may have frozen. I'm hoping it didn't. Maybe you guys are just silent for a minute. Oh, Don said we get snow. Ask Bill. Yeah, that's what I thought, Don. So cool. Let's see. An ex-Navy soldier who was pardoned by Trump, or Navy sailor, excuse me, who was pardoned by Trump, spent a year in prison for photos of classified sections of a submarine he worked on. Do you remember that? He's going to be suing the Obama administration and Comey for unequal protection of the law because that he says, and he's right, is Hillary Clinton got a pass for her private email server, even though it was against the law. We get snow too, but I love the changing of the seasons, Robin said. Nephew has a place in East Tennessee, very beautiful and Republican. That would be nice, Cully. I'm glad he got pardoned. I am too. Good for him. I may or may not be compliant with my raised bed flower and ornamental garden. I know, Lisa. I tell you, they'll come and take that out. They'll just remove that out of your yard in the middle of the night or something. Yeah, they're saying now that I guess Manafort's in trouble. They want to try to revoke his ability to be out on, released while things are going on. They're saying that he tried to contact people and try to convince them to maybe what they're calling witness tampering. Now, that was reported by the New York Times. And they're saying that prosecutors in court documents say that Manafort tried to contact witnesses by phone and through an encryption messaging program. He, at least one witness said, he appeared to be trying to coach their story about his lobbying practices. I don't know. Yeah, New York Times. New York Slimes. There you go, Cully. I have no idea whether that's true or not, but the court documents part, it seems to be true. Uh, whether they will revoke his ability to be out. I mean, when you're saying it at least one person, that's probably one person he contacted. Who knows why he contacted them? It's, I don't know why you'd use encryption. Maybe that's what standard practice for him to use encryption. So, doesn't make him look that great when he's using encryption, but we'll see what that all means. Manafort, I don't care, Jerry said. For all you people out there, what is Manafort guilty of? Well, I don't know, Danielle. They're trying to figure out what he's guilty of. They're trying to find a crime. Hey, Wanda. So, I think they think he's guilty of talking to Russians, doing business with Russians, maybe not reporting it, maybe lying about it. I don't know. Pick something. Robert Mueller will try to figure it out and find that for you. The Pentagon has opened an investigation into Ronnie Jackson. That's the former White House physician. The misconduct allegations that woman that he works with or used to work for him claimed that he was drinking on the job and improperly dispensing medications. Well, now the Pentagon is going to take up the investigation on that and find out if it's true or not, I suppose. So that's why he lost his ability to be the VA secretary. Well, Danielle, somebody probably made a report. The woman that, I forget her name, she's no longer there either. I think she got fired. But she's the one that made the report that he had done those things. And so now they're going to follow through and find out. Because they don't have anything better to do. How about those subpar air traffic controllers? Yeah, I know, Danielle, but, again, it's one of those things. Bet Hillary was drunk on the job, Cully said. Hey, Daniel, late again, I know. I mean, work gets in your way, Daniel. You're going to have to tell your boss that, hey, you're taking a knee for the next hour. Glenn Beck has a problem with whom POTUS has pardoned. Look, he has such a hate for him, but Beck is slowly coming around. Used to listen to, not anymore. Yeah, just that. He's sort of like up and down. I guess one day he was wearing a MAGA hat. It's a little bit too little too late, I guess, for a lot of people. You don't like who he pardoned? Well, I mean, I guess he doesn't want him to pardon Blagojevich, I would imagine, and maybe Martha Stewart. I don't know. I mean, he hasn't done that yet, but I think pardoning Dinesh D'Souza was the correct thing to do. You notice nobody has said anything about Rosie when Rosie O'Donnell was giving out more than she was supposed to in donations. Did you hear they put in minorities who were less qualified and got points added to the test? And I'm supposed to be surprised, Jerry. Beck is trying to save his show, Kelly said. Under Obama, of course. Yep. President Trump is worried that delay in the IG report regarding the Hillary Clinton emails might be watered down. And Judge Napolitano said that he has good reason to be concerned about that. So, it has been delayed. I think it was supposed to be out this week. Now it's going to be delayed until June 11th. And so why? I mean, is it because it was added late or is something being changed? Trump is going to commute Lugo's sentence, not pardon him. Yeah, and Danielle, I don't even know if he's going to do that or not. We'll see if it happens. Hey, C. Can. Thank you for inviting followers, everybody. Spencer said Glenn Beck is bipolar. Yeah, I used the M word. That's right, Jerry. Morning, Susan. I finally get to say hi from the tainted water state of Michigan. Hey, Ron, good to see you. Don't drink the water. If you were in California, they would make sure you only have 55 gallons of water a day, so that wouldn't be a problem for you. So Miss America, oh, you live in Illinois, Danielle said. For everybody who watches Miss America, if you're still watching, they're no longer going to have swimsuit competitions because they don't want to judge people by their looks. Rod said, never go to California. I wonder if Kanye will be voting red. You know, Robert, I don't know. I mean, I would think so, unless it's all a game for him and he's just saying whatever. But I don't think so. Everybody, and meaning in the mainstream media, wanted to make a big deal out of Melania Trump. Arizona gives water to California. That's true. That's true, Lynn. And Colorado used to. I think we may have been cut off from that. I'm not sure. Melania Trump was seen last night at a White House event honoring Gold Star families, but apparently that's not enough for the mainstream media. They're still talking about it. They're wanting to know why she's not going. I know it's a beauty contest, Wayne. Wayne, but beauty can mean so many different things now. Can a man be Miss America now? Don't put that idea in their heads, Teresa. People don't watch the beauty contests for their brains, Cully said. No swimsuit. Why? Because transgenders are in the competition. Yeah, Danielle, could be. Don't know. But they just don't want to judge people on their looks anymore. I don't know. Maybe you should have, I was going to say, Jerry, Caitlyn Jenner contest. Maybe if you're not going to judge people on their looks anymore, maybe you shouldn't judge people on their age anymore and on their gender anymore, right? So I foresee that coming in the future. I think, I don't know why now, if they have no swimsuit, why a 65-year-old woman can't be as beautiful as a 20-year-old woman and, maybe win the contest. Gracie for Miss America. I could put a dress on Gracie. She can walk out there, and now that there's no swimsuit competition, she could probably win that, but I'm just saying. Right, Gracie? She's looking at me like, don't sign me up for that. So I think we ought to change the whole thing for Miss America. We should make it a whole different ballgame. I don't know about you. I don't watch it. Haven't for years. But if somebody's still watching it, just saying. As I was saying with Melania Trump, she was there last night. Gracie's too intelligent. That's right. She could answer the questions better than the other people. Plastic shouldn't be allowed. Oh, I won't even go there. So Melania is not going to the summit. She's not going to Singapore. Just got an email about how to use pronouns and not discriminate. Wow, against gender. Well, Teresa, that's going to come in handy for you. Come in handy for all of us. I stopped watching Miss America when I was a kid, Robin said. American 72 Genders Contest. Bill Clinton comment were as if it was so what, no big deal. That's a man who took advantage of a young woman. Young intern, no fair to Monica. I know, Ron, he didn't care then. He doesn't care now. Why should he care? If you don't have, a conscience, you don't care about those things. I don't know. If I were Melania, I would not want to go to Singapore and meet with the dictator of North Korea. And there's absolutely no reason that Melania would be going to that summit. That's just ridiculous. I remember Bert Parks as the host of Miss America. Oh, yeah. I remember that, Jerry. Oh, my God. So Trump has nixed the Super Bowl champs, the Eagles, from coming to the White House today. Hey, Brandon. Because they want to kneel during the national anthem. So since they aren't in sync with him, they're not coming. Would not either if I were her. Yep. Let's see some other things. If you haven't read my article, yeah, I'm glad he did too. Yep, Robert, he said, no thank you. Yeah, I said, take a flying leap since you're the Eagles. Taste of their own medicine. Exactly. Job update, possible clerical error on records listed me part-time. Good, Brandon. Good. Whew, hope so. I hope those records were just wrong and you're going to be able to keep your job. Yesterday's press briefing with Sarah Sanders and the White House press corps was an absolute joke. Yes, God's Views on Political News today at 1 o'clock Eastern on the God's Views on Political News Facebook page. That was a lot to say. Error on pay stub had me 160 hours for 2 weeks. Wow. That's a lot of hours there, Brandon. So anyway, I don't know if you guys, I have my article is out on SusanKnowles.com on Sarah Sanders. They were going after her tooth and nails. The New York Times guy, Peter, whatever his name was, I can't remember right now, basically said, oh, so does President Trump think he's above the law? When President Trump said that he has the power to pardon himself, this New York Times guy took his own meaning and tried to make it what President Trump was saying, which is what they do, the mainstream media. Sarah was awesome. She put people in their places. Election day, Wanda, pray people pray. Yes, Wanda, we need it in California. I just read and watched the video you posted right before your show. Sarah did a wonderful job. She doesn't put up with her crap. And I liked it, Robin, the fact she kept saying, we're going to move on. Well, but Sarah, I'm going to ask another question. No, we're moving on. And you know what I would have said if they didn't want to move on? I would say, okay, well, I guess if we're not going to follow the rules today, it's over. I hate what they do to her. It makes me so angry, Teresa said. Yep. Here in North Carolina by 2019, almond something. I missed it, Brandon. Tried to get it before. I know I can scroll back, but I'm afraid to touch the screen. But it was borderline harassment, really. Now, I know, I am for everybody's First Amendment rights, including the journalists. They have a First Amendment right to ask questions. There's a way to be professional and ask a question, and there's a way to be a jerk like they were yesterday. Got limited on scope just now for saying my dogs swim without a swimsuit. Wow, Wayne, that's crazy. See, the trolls that come in, I think they sit silently and wait so that they can do that type of thing, Wayne. Almond milk and non-cow milk cannot be labeled milk in North Carolina. Unbelievable, Brandon, by 2019. See, North Carolina becoming more blue. That's what's happening. 2 minutes for saying that way, and that's ridiculous. Hey, Larry, good to see you. I know, I love her. She's tough. Robin said about Sarah Sanders. Yeah, Sean Spicer would not have been able to take the abuse that she's been given. Cahoon 1229, is it Sehun or I don't know. Welcome to Periscope on your first day. Love Sarah, she's great, holds her own. Well, her dad must be so proud. Yes, Josette. I saw that about dog Lexi. I voted not sure. Huh. Need more brown cows. Love chocolate milk. Cully, need more cowbells. Always need more cowbells. Okay. Periscope asked if you was okay. That's so crazy. So for the trolls who are in here, that's what I'm sure the trolls are trying to limit the speech. That's what they're doing. So make sure if you see something that comes up, somebody's trying to do that limit speech, make sure you vote and say it's okay so that they don't limit the people who are in the scope. Giuliani said that he and Jay Sekulow made a mistake when they told the reporters that Trump had a limited role in drafting the statement on behalf of Donald Trump Jr. Regarding his 2016 Trump Tower meeting with the Russian attorneys. People do make mistakes. It's hard to believe, I just have to say, that 2 attorneys made the same mistake. You should know what your client is going to say, and you should ask those questions before you comment on them. I'm surprised that Jay Sekulow made a mistake like that, to be honest with you. And it could be also that these people, mainstream media, once again, trying to make something out of nothing, that if he did draft part of what the response was for Donald Trump Jr., had some part in it, they want to look at it as nepotism, and that's why they're going so strongly out against it. But it's not breaking the law. So it's not really like, oh my God, a make or break type thing. I hope you enter Gracie and her sisters in a doggy pageant one day. Thanks, Josette. So anyway, the media always makes something out of nothing. Yes. Hey, Big Bear, Periscope is crazy today. I know, Judy. I can see that. I think they're limiting my scopes again. I reported that, and they're like, "Oh my gosh, your scopes are getting limited. How does that happen?" Oh, I don't know. But of course, they asked me to go back and do X, Y, and Z that I can't possibly do, so it gets reported for nothing. Um, let's see. Trump once again lambasted Jeff Sessions in a scope this morning, saying, Sessions knew better than most that there was no collusion. He should have told me that he was going to recuse himself, on and on and on. So, again, I go back to the thing. Jeff Sessions really did tell President Trump he was going to recuse himself, because when he was asked that question during the hearing with Al Franken, he did say, "I will go as counsel and I will follow their recommendations. And if they tell me to recuse myself, that's what I'm going to do." He probably wasn't paying attention. President Trump wasn't paying attention to that because, my God, who knew how far this was going to go on the deep state? Who knew they were going to do stuff like that? And as much as I hate that it happened this way, in my opinion, Jeff Sessions did exactly what he was supposed to do, legally, ethically, in recusing himself. So I know that people don't like it, but he did the right thing. Had he not done that, I can tell you they'd be going out after him for violating ethics. You can't win with these people. Once again, you need to get Mueller out of there. I don't know how, however you want to do it, get him out of there. Carmen says, I agree. Yesterday I talked to you about a nutty thing where a pedophile rescuing a mini chocolate schnauzer. Are you? Wow, Lynn, are you bringing him home? Hope you're not bringing a sick one home like I think I did. When I told you yesterday, there was, good for you, Lynn. God bless you on that. So he did inform him then, unfair criticism of Sessions, I believe. Yeah. But I think, Julia, President Trump is looking at it as if Sessions had 20/20 hindsight. What about Rosenstein? He has a conflict of interest. Danielle, they all do. Rosenstein, Mueller, Rosenstein should recuse himself, should have in the very beginning, because he was a witness. He wrote the letter to fire Comey, for God's sakes. You can't have more of a conflict of interest than that. But I don't think Sessions did anything wrong, or am I missing something? No, he didn't, Josette. I don't think he didn't do anything wrong at all. Yes, Mueller needs to go, Robin said. Sharing now, that means I'll lose you. So have a great day, everyone. You too, Wanda. Susan, I missed it. What is wrong with your dog? Kim, she's coughing a little bit. She may have kennel cough. I don't know. I've got to go check it out at the vet's office and see. We'll see. I don't know. There will be on the wrong side of history. And Lynn, I don't think they mind being on the wrong side of history. I really don't. But the pedophile guy that's running in Virginia, there is somebody even worse. I guess it's worse. At least it's the same. There's a Michigan State University professor who is a health physicist, and he is he's being charged with 2 counts of sodomy for allegedly committing bestiality on a basset hound. Now, again, these are allegations. This is at Michigan State University. Unbelievable. Yep. Change environment, that's what they're going to tell you. Could be, Carmen. Oh, that can be contagious to you. Yes, I know, Teresa. What fun, right? I know, Cully. What the... Hey, Rachel. Yeah, that was that Michigan State University professor who is a health physicist. 2 counts of sodomy for allegedly committing bestiality on a dog. I know, it's gross. Hey, Gary. Gary's like, I can't believe I'm hearing this. Robin said it's gross. Bestiality. Yeah, I know. I like Donald Trump a little. Good, Rachel. That's good. So let's hope that justice is served there. The dog, of course, is not in his custody anymore. Hey, Bob, do they have evidence? Well, Jerry, I would imagine. I mean, Danielle, sorry. What, for real? That guy is demonic, if true. Yes, Josette. I mean, if it's true, I think it's very demonic myself. It's pure evil. Doing that to a child, doing that to an animal, you're demonic. I don't even think you're human. So that's just me, but I'm giving you my opinion. Okay, everybody, God's views on political news going to be on at 1 p.m. Eastern on God's views on political news on the Facebook page. Yep, doggy me too. There you go, Collie. And you can comment and you can ask questions during that time. Yep, Dawn, they're not right in the head. It's pure evil. So I'll see you guys later. I won't be back until Thursday. So have a great day, everybody. God bless you. Take care. We'll see you soon. Go vote. Go vote, everybody. Go vote. All right. See you on Thursday. Take